Questions 18 through 22. Listen to part of a conversation between two students. They are both taking a music theory class.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm totally confused about today's lecture, especially the part about music and noise.
It's not so bad, really. I think I got most everything in my notes.
So then, what is the difference between music and noise? Professor King said noise is a random sound, but then he said the sounds of a cymbal and a drum beat were examples of noise. I'd say they were examples of music, since they're sounds made by musical instruments. What do you think he meant?
Okay, do you remember how he said that noise is a random sound?
Uh-huh.
Well, it's a random sound that has irregular sound waves.
But how's a sound that's noise different from a sound that's music?
Well, if you could take a picture of a musical note, you'd see that it has regular waves that repeat themselves. That's because music is a sound that's in a pattern we can hear or discern. Noise is different from music because it doesn't have a pattern.
But why is the sound of a drum beat noise instead of music? Isn't a drum beat a note? And then, so, doesn't it have a regular pattern of waves?
Maybe you're taking what he said too literally. Maybe he meant a drum beat is as close as a musical instrument can get to making just noise.
Maybe a single drum beat is like a word spoken out of context. A single word with no context is just noise.
Now there's a thought.
The other thing I didn't get was what he said about anti-noise. First noise, then anti-noise? What do you think he meant?
Think of it as the opposite of noise. It's like... Wait, let me back up. Sound has waves, right?
Right.
Well, we can describe these waves as in phase or out of phase with each other. Out of phase means reversed.
Uh-huh.
If you add two out-of-phase waves together at the same frequency, the result is anti-noise. Silence.
Anti-noise is silence.
Right. And there's a computer program that proves this. A microphone picks up the sound and sends it back to the computer, and then the computer reads the waves and makes sort of a mirror image, or a reversed copy of the wave. Then you can play it back against the original sound, and when the two waves meet, they sort of overlap each other, exactly at the high and low peaks. This eliminates the sound, creating zero sound. Anti-noise.
How do you know all of this? Professor King didn't talk about this.
It's all in our book. Didn't you do the reading?
No, I didn't have time. I guess I'd better do that now.
Yeah, you should. But it's better to do the reading before the lectures, because then you'll have a better idea of what he's talking about.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I have some catching up to do.
Number 18. What are the students mainly discussing? Number 19. According to the conversation, what is noise? Number 20. Listen again to part of the conversation. Then answer the question.
Well, if you could take a picture of a musical note, you'd see that it has regular waves that repeat themselves. That's because music is a sound that's in a pattern we can hear or discern. Noise is different from music because it doesn't have a pattern.
But why is the sound of a drum beat noise instead of music? Isn't a drum beat a note? And then, so, doesn't it have a regular pattern of waves?
Select the sentence that best expresses how the woman probably feels. Number 21. How does the man help the woman understand the meaning of antinoise? Number 22. What will the woman probably do?